Yeah. We're live? Okay, we're live. Welcome to the March 6th, 2024 Zoning Board of Appeals meeting in Hamilton. For the people that are here, we have, oh, there we go, sound. Myself, Bruce Gingrich, Stephen DeRocher, and Andy Phillips on Zoom. You can hear us, Andy?
Yep.
Okay, good. Excellent. We have two projects in front of us today. One is for the property owned by Brian and Jessica Doherty, located at 2 Beach Street, Assessors Map 66, Lot 3. The applicants are seeking a finding under zoning bylaw section 5.3.4.5 for dimensional relief in order to reconstruct and extend a front porch and side stairs and extend front roof on a non-conforming lot and non-conforming structure. And after that, we'll hear about property owned by Michael and Lindsay Sear for the property located at 22 Lincoln Ave, Assessors Map 47, Lot 46. Applicants are seeking a finding under zoning bylaw sections 5.3.4.5 for dimensional relief from front setback requirements. And then we have some meeting minutes to review, and that's it. So who would like to, for the 2 Beach Street, who would like to come up to the podium and tell us what's happening?
Good evening. My name is Bill Heaney. My law office is on 86 Dodge Street in Beverly, just down the road. I do live here in town, and typically don't take a lot of cases in town because I'd like to avoid adversarial situations in my backyard. When I met the Dohertys, this one seemed like a pretty straightforward, limited risk, and has proven to be so. And so far, there's been nothing adversarial about it. We have, the neighbors all seem to be in agreement with it. So 2 weeks ago, we filed with the board a request for a finding pursuant to sections 5.3, 5.3.2, 5.3.4, and 5.3.5 for this board to make a determination and a finding that the proposed additions to the property are so minimal that they will not be substantially more detrimental than the existing non-conforming structure that's on the lot. With me tonight is Brian Doherty, one of the homeowners. He'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. We also have David Kelly from Meridian Engineers, who can answer any questions about the plans. The Dohertys were also assisted by an architect firm, Craig Bosworth from Bosworth Architects, helped them with the plans that are in your exhibits. So just a few of the little basics about it. I don't want to turn up too much of your time if you had a chance to review it. The Dohertys bought the property last January. It is a 1940s ranch. It's a part of the Lakeview subdivision plan from 1931. 2 Beach Street, on that plan is lot number 24. It's a relatively small lot. It's a little more than 1/10 of an acre. It's unique in that if you're facing the house to the left of it, there is an access path for the other neighbors to get down to Chabaco Lake. The lot is also bifurcated by a right-of-way that serves 3 more properties. And then the great benefit to this property is it does front on Chabaco Lake. So it's a good property. It did suffer from being a 1940s ranch that it could use some updating. So when the Dohertys purchased it, they enlisted the help of the architect to kind of bring this property forward, more current design, more current construction standards, as well as being very respectful of the neighborhood and the balance of the neighborhood. So, one of the points that I made in my application was they could have gone much bigger. They could have gone in a much different direction by going up on the property. They chose to do the rather modest addition and not go up on it, staying as a 1-story ranch, which does create a need for very, very small or minimal increases to the encroachments. So those encroachments that we are that are on the plan in front of you. So what we have tonight is, with your application, Board Member Phillip will not have what I brought tonight, but the plan that was submitted is a full plan from the engineer that's got all kinds of details on it. What we brought for you tonight that you have in front of you is a plan that's done by the engineer that takes a lot of the extra noise out of the plan. So you're really just looking at what we're after. So if you look at the plan in front of you, you're going to see that the porch is being enlarged a little bit, as well as the roof overhang on the front of the house. The current, well, the setback for the frontage is 25 feet, as you know, in Zone R1A in Hamilton. Currently, the property has 11.9 feet of frontage. The new, if accepted, if you had the finding in our favor tonight, the proposal would have 10.7. The other part of the frontage that would be changing is the roof overhang, really only on the left and to the right of the front deck. That overhang currently is at 19.7, and the setback would be reduced to 15 feet 7 inches on the roof overhang on the front. On the left side of the house, if you're looking at the house from the front, which is also the side that has the access point for the neighbors down to Chabaco Lake. So if you've been down there, that's, you know, people that go down to where they keep their kayaks, that's would be what they would see there. The house is currently 1 feet 3 inches from the side yard, and the new plan would be 1 feet from the side yard. So we're really only changing it by 3 inches on the side. It is our position that if you were on the right-of-way, or if you were with any of the abutting properties, and this project was done, with the naked eye, you wouldn't be able to tell that these encroachments have increased. They're gonna blend right in with the property. You'd really have to be an engineer to kind of pick it up and do the measurements to see the new encroachments. The other thing that I'd like to note is that the Dohertys have discussed this with all their neighbors. After our submission of our package, we supplemented it with a letter of support that was signed by 8 of the abutters. I think some of the abutters might have been planning on coming this evening. I'm not sure. But there is a letter of support that is in your file that you got from Mary Ellen Feener.
Yes.
So at this point, I think it's fair to the board. Myself and the engineer, we're happy to answer any questions that you might have about it, and turn it over to you.
So I guess one of the questions will be on the front setback. Where is Concom with this? Are they
On the
gonna
Concom,
support or whatever?
so the Concom area would all be in the rear.
Yeah,
And I'm going to let the engineer turn over, because he's been at the Concom meetings, I haven't. so.
okay.
David Kelly, Meridian Associates. We originally filed a notice of intent for all work on the property, some work in the backyard as well as the modifications to the house. We pulled the modifications of the house out of the notice of intent and filed a request for determination of applicability just for the housework, and that was approved by conservation. So all the stairs, the overhang, the front porch, that's all been approved by conservation.
Okay. And the one in the backside,
Yes, all
the
the,
lake side, there's no
Correct.
problem there?
the work associated with the house itself has been approved by conservation.
Okay. And there's, oh, that's a generator there, okay. So really, the setback is from the street, but it's a right-of-way, yet they own that property. Looks like, you know, well across the street also, right?
Correct. So we work in.
It's bisecting the property almost.
It does,
Right away.
that's correct. And in talking with the building inspector here in town, the two options for the frontage would have been to, one, use the right-of-way as the frontage, if that was his determination, or the frontage technically could have been found to be the actual left side of the property, which goes along further to the left of the house.
The one along the,
along the actual road.
Easement?
Yeah, where the public street turns into the right-of-way
yeah,
could technically be the frontage. So we used the right-of-way as the frontage, because that was the closest to the house, and from a practical standpoint, when you're driving down the road, it does seem like that is the frontage,
Feels
the
like
front of the
that's
house,
it
yeah.
For how many houses down there, beyond that?
3.
3 houses down
I
there?
believe there's 3. I think the right-of-way serves 3 other houses.
Okay. And were those, do you know, were those 3 owners on the signed list letter? Bill?
I believe one is online right now, and I think one of them, the owner passed away, so he wasn't able to sign.
Oh, right.
The one at the- And that, I think, has been sold now, it's the one at the very end of the road.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you have any questions, concerns?
I have a comment to make that, just for full disclosure, I don't know if it qualifies as a legitimate conflict of interest, but I've done business in Attorney Heaney's office before, and I currently have business in his office. So I'm just putting that on the record, and I will check to see if that constitutes a conflict of interest and a potential conflict of interest and file the appropriate paperwork. The only question that I have actually regarding the situation here is the increase of the nonconformity along the front setback here. If it could be communicated that that at least part of the reason for that is to bring that front porch up to code. If you were going to rebuild that, it would have to be bigger to meet code. Okay.
Is that true?
Well, that's I got the affirmative, yeah.
Oh, okay. How wide is that? The old one was pretty narrow, right? And the side is, the difference there is what, what'd you say, 3,
3
4
inches on the
inches?
left side of the house.
3, 4 inches? Good. Yeah. That's including, that's the overhang, the roof overhang?
The
And
roof
is that-
overhang on the side is not an issue. It's the
Or
roof,
just
the roof overhang is on the front and the back of the house. Due to the location in the environmentally sensitive areas, they can't really have gutters. So the roof overhang allows for the water to kind of flow off more in a natural,
Evenly, yeah.
evenly into the ground.
Yeah, okay. Andy, do you have any comments?
I don't know.
Okay.
Bruce, one question is if Stephen can't vote, you and I could probably vote, right? And then if he has to recuse himself, then can just you and I vote for something, or would we need to wait for
I don't know how it
David
would
to
work.
be on?
Yeah, I don't think so. And your business with Mr. Heaney is not anything to do with
No.
this stuff, so it's like, yeah, okay. So, all right,
Great.
well, if we have no further questions, I don't have any further questions. I think it all seems to be just improving a structure that's there already. You're not pushing out greatly in any one direction. And again, the front yard, you know, that is kind of questionable to me, that they own all this land on the other side, yet they can't kind of expand because of right-of-way through there. Makes me want to feel like this is a doable change, minimal, so. Shall we move to vote?
I agree.
Okay. We'll do a vote call here.
I don't think I've ever started the vote.
Oh,
Start the motion?
I motion to approve that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I motion to approve the request for finding under 5343 for 2 Beach Street.
My second?
second, okay. I vote also yea, but, okay, so we'll do roll call vote.
Stephen DeRocher, aye.
Andy Phillip, aye.
And Bruce Gingrich, aye. So we're all set there. So I have 14 days to write the decision, get that in, and then when that gets in, you have 20 days for anybody to oppose it. It's not oppose. What's the word? Appeal, thank you. One question is, I'm heading out tomorrow morning really early on a flight, wondering how soon this project wants to start working.
If it would help the board, we were prepared and had discussed it. I'd be happy to draft a decision for you for your review and in your submission, if that helps you expedite it.
Okay,
I don't know when the intent was to ask for the permits.
Yeah, as soon as they can.
Yeah,
as soon as you can, you're ready to go.
I
Okay,
believe they're
so
on with the
we'll-
Concom next week for the filing. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you can do that, that'd be
yeah,
great.
be happy to.
And I can sign it off and get it sent over to the town
All
as soon as possible. All right, great,
Great, thank you.
well set. That's that one. And so the next one is for 22 Lincoln Street. For the same set of issues. So whoever would like to come up and speak to that, please come up.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm Michael Sire. I'm the homeowner here. I'm with my wife, Lindsay Sire. Just want to give you some context as to what we're looking to do and why we're looking to do it. And then I'll pass it over to our builder, Derek. So please don't ask me any technical questions on anything. But my wife and I moved to the town in 2018. April of 2018, her family had lived in the area for a number of years, and we wanted to move out of Boston to start our family. We thought that this was kind of the perfect place, perfect town to do it. And so we've been here for about 5.5 years. We are expecting our second child. You know, may or may not be able to tell with my wife over there, so we'll let her sit and relax. But essentially, we need some more space in our home. So about 2.5, 3 years ago, we looked around. We made offers on houses all in Hamilton, Wenham, because we knew we didn't want to be in any other town than this one. And with the market the way it was very competitive. We kind of, every time went back to the drawing board. And so last year, we decided to explore doing a home edition where we are on Lincoln here. It's very close to all the schools, the train. I take the train to Boston, so I walk down on the train. The parks for our 4.5-year-old daughter now, we love it. She's at school at Magical Beginnings up the road, and so we kind of want to be within the same area. So we thought, let's explore a home edition, see kind of what that would entail. And that's how we met Derek and Lisa, the Walzak firm there, spoke with them, kind of came up with the plan to give us that extra square footage that we needed for our growing family. Our second one's coming in a few months, so we're kind of anxious to get, started with the work. And so that's kind of our story as to why we're here tonight, asking for this finding as we asked about here, so we can start that work, and kind of really gives us a great long-term home so we can stay in the home. All of our neighbors, we've got to know them very well, their kids, kind of spoken with the ones that are directly next to us, and they're all very excited to have us stay in the neighborhood and see kind of this neighborhood continue to grow. So that's kind of where we're here today, and I'll kind of pass it off to Derek for any technical or specific questions about the project.
Hello, I'm Derek Walzak from Walzak Design and Build. We started working with Michael and Lindsay, as he said. They were looking to expand their home, looking to add a garage bay and a family room, as the current dwelling doesn't really have a play area for the children. The house has 2 bedrooms right now. They have another child coming, so they were looking to put another bedroom in, a proper primary bedroom and a bathroom. When we looked at the property, we noticed it was non-conforming. One of our primary goals was to put something on that blended with the neighborhood. that fit the house and looked like it was always built on the home. In order to do that, to get our roof lines to line up, we felt we were, before our survey, pretty close to the 25-foot setback. After the survey, we discovered the house was built in 1907. I think the zoning was in 1950. The house itself right now is within 10 feet of the setback, the 25-foot setback. What we're trying to do is actually less non-conforming. At one corner will be almost 20 feet back at 19.6. The bay window will be 18.1, and the other corner will be at 18.2. So we're not able with the design to achieve what they need to get to the full 25, but we were able to become well less non-conforming to the front setback than what currently is there. Our side setbacks all are conforming, they all fit. And this also, we did not want to go back any further and approach the leaching field or the septic system. If you guys have any questions on any of that stuff, everything else on the lot, our percent coverage is still under the 25% max. The lot itself is, it is less than what today would be the required square footage, but again, the street and the house, most things are from 1907. And if you do go down the road, every house on the road is expanded. Most of them are more non-conforming than what we're trying to do.
Yeah, that's gonna be my question. First question.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the street look like?
The rest of the street
to-
everything is on the road. And the road itself, actually, when you go on the street, if you were to take your measurement where you think the road is to the house now, it looks like the house is like 15 to, I believe, 18 feet back. The road has crept in a bit, but the actual front, with the front yard is further away, so it does look like it's further back. Many of the homes on the street are much closer to the yard, and many of their neighbors have, addressed support. Some offered to even come tonight. We weren't sure if that was necessary. Maybe, we could have had them come, but they all have expressed support behind them staying in the neighborhood and building what they want to build. And I do want to stress that my business is a family-owned business. It's me and my wife. We do design and build. We're small. We have a small knit team, small knit group of architects we work with, and our goal is always to make a structure look like it's always been there, to speak to the home. The last thing we want to do is put a giant box in a neighborhood that doesn't belong there. So our design, we feel, it not only does it look like it's always been on the house, but it's going to enhance the house. And we do plan on doing work to the existing home to make it, to bring it up to the standard of what they're looking for and what the addition is they're building as well, in terms of siding and paint and windows. I think one of the things too, I don't want to forget that we did want to add was, by positioning the structure the way we are, we can take advantage of the hallway on the second floor to be able to get into the house.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
We did explore trying to come back. Not only were we worried about septic and leaching field, we were also, there was no way to get the two roof lines to line up. It started to look really funky, and again, the last thing that we want to put our name on and that, the Sires want is for the neighborhood to look like, hey, what's this giant, weird-looking structure in this neighborhood?
Yeah, I was looking at the second floor plan.
Yep.
How that all ties into the
Yep, our roof
existing.
lines all tie in. We're
Works
going.
well.
Yep.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah. Okay, I didn't get a chance to drive down the street, but I trust that they are kind of all the same.
Yeah, I
in the
mean, I
same
wouldn't,
setback zone, so it's not.
Yeah.
Bruce, I just have
You know,
one question if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm a resident in town. I live right
Oh,
behind.
Can you say your name?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
My name's Chris Baker.
Could you stand at the podium, otherwise people
No
can't hear?
problem.
Just to
Thank
hear and see and.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Chris Baker. I'm at 2 Spring Avenue, right behind the stairs. Great family, and really want to see this project work out for them. My only concern, my only question, because we're getting ready to potentially list our house on the market, is when the sight lines came out, it looks like they're 5 to 15 feet if you look at the back lot, and potentially just getting that moved to, kind of conform with what's our property, I guess. That's the only concern and question that I had to address on this.
Oh, yeah. You don't want that fence?
Well, we would like the fence, we just want it moved within our property, that's
That'll
all.
probably be a good thing to do.
Yeah,
And if you guys want the fence, you don't have to have it. If it's your fence, you don't have to have it.
so that's in the, the back of the,
yeah, so if you look at 2
Yeah.
Springs, so if you look at right here,
Yeah.
that's that, and our land goes to right there. So it's anywhere from 5 to 15 going over. We just saw this
Yeah.
today, unless I would have said something to you guys earlier. so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So is that
Well, you
something that,
probably
If-
want to move that, I would think.
yeah, if we
If you want to keep your fence, or
need
otherwise
to
he
move
can,
that back?
he can tear it down. You know, have to replace it anyways. But I think it'd be probably a good thing to do that. Somebody got a little greedy, I guess.
Yeah, I think a lot of, our surveyor does a lot of work for us, we're pretty close with. A lot of you guys probably see this too, a lot of things have changed over the years from when these houses were built, so, I think that's something that if, you guys are okay with moving, we would do that as part of the agreement,
You know, why,
put that in, definitely. Not gonna let that hold us up.
I got the machines there, just
Yep.
pluck it and swing it in, get it straightened up. That'd be good. I don't have any further questions about the design or the setback issues. I know, when you're matching these small houses, there's only so much you can do to make it work and look good together,
Yep.
functionally and aesthetically. So I'm okay with that. Do you have any questions, concerns?
I don't have any questions about this one.
Okay, Andy,
Nope, none.
you good? Okay. So move to vote on this?
I move to vote on
Okay,
22 Lincoln Ave.
yep. Okay, so we're gonna vote on 22 Lincoln Ave for the
We can have a
setbacks.
Second.
Is that?
Andy?
You move that? Yeah. Second that? Okay.
There we go.
And so,
Oh, Stephen DeRocher, aye?
Andy Philip, aye.
okay, Bruce Gingrich, aye. Okay, so you heard before, have 20 days, well, I'll get, or
14
days, I'll get that done as soon as I can, 'cause I'm sure you want to get going. And get that in, and you have 20 days after that's in.
Yep.
Town will notify you and be able to get going.
Okay, thank you.
All right, yep. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, and after that is done, we have meeting minutes from September 6th, 2023, August 2nd, 2023, and February 7th, 2024, to approve.
Do we have to do them one at a time, or can I move to group them together?
Do any of us have any issues with any of them?
No.
No, I didn't either, so it's,
I move we combine the vote on the minutes into one vote to approve all 3 minutes.
I second.
okay.
Stephen DeRocher, aye.
Andy Philip, aye.
Bruce Gingrich,
Bruce Gingrich, aye.
Sorry. All
We
right.
let,
Now
how
we
did
can
we not
actual
approve
vote.
August? Do you guys remember what happened there?
What's that?
What's that?
The August one it throws me. How that one snuck through.
You don't remember it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's March. It's
was,
March
yeah,
now.
that
How
was
did we not approve it in,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was the little shed, yeah.
yeah.
I motion to approve the minutes.
Yeah, I second.
Oh, okay.
Stephen DeRocher, aye.
Andy Philip, aye.
Bruce Gainer guy.
Sorry, I'm being a stickler for parliamentary procedure over
I
here.
know, I'm not well practiced yet. I gotta get that down. But yeah, so, okay, so meeting minutes are good. So, that's all I had. Anybody else have anything?
Do not.
Yep, don't, okay. So, your motion to end this meeting?
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Okay, meeting's adjourned.
Thanks, guys.
See
See
you,
ya.
oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Don't stop yet.
yeah.
Next month, may not be able to sit here because there's a project that's probably coming that is in my neighborhood, couple doors down. So I
Okay.
might have to abstain from that one. We'll see.
April 3rd.
April 3rd. Is that it? Okay.
Word. Then.
So
just-
somebody will have to kind of take the lead role.
Okay, great.
We can figure that out later.
Okay.
I'll just have to let
We'll fight for the glory then.
David know that
The
he needs to be
power
here.
of it all.
Oh, it's wonderful, I'll tell you.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, thanks,
done.
guys. Yeah.
Thank you,
Bye.
Amy.